Good morning, YouTube. Here we are. Another wonderful day. It's a Sunday. We like Sundays. Nothing wrong with Sunday. Sunday. We are going to be doing slabs today, graded cards. And so over on WhatNot. So if you want to join us, hit the link in the description. It'll take you over there. Get a referral, all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're going to have some fun learning about slabs and all that. And then depending on how long our interest on level on that is, we will bounce over to foundation singles. And I'm just going to rock and roll on some based on the current scanned price. So if you need any of that stuff, come over here, hang out. You can win givvies as well. All sorts of fun stuff. Otherwise, we'll get started over there. Also hit that subscribe button. Yeah, that's a thing. Do that. All right, let's do this. I got virtual streaming up this time. And come on, load. There we go. E1 raw audio, go live. Good morning, whatnot. Here we are. The final day of WhatNot card show, and it's Slab Sunday. Exactly. It's Slab Sunday. But yeah, it's good stuff. We are here. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. We're going to get rock and rolling on slabs today. A little bit of education on it, and then I'll sell you some. If you want to buy some, you're more than welcome to. If we are bored with it, you got to gold, Lauren. Thank you for doing that. Welcome to the Gold Club. If you are, if it's didn't make it into this sale, but it made it on there. Unlimited edition cards. I might have some unlimited slabs if that's what you're looking for, but I do not have unlimited, like just out and about. Hey, Lauren, just as a heads up, though I don't know you're going to pick up slabs today, that was purchased in the marketplace, so you would double up on shipping if you bought anything today. No Chrome Moxes today. But, Lauren, so you know, this is what you're getting. I doubt you were in for slabs, but if you were, just so you're aware. Yeah, so Lauren, this is your stack. You got Tiny Bones. You got Tiny Bones. You got a 9 Lives foil. You got an extended. You got Blasphemous Act. You've got a Johnny, Call of the Pride. You got a Galta Primal Hunger. Minsc and Boot. Then we got a Spinner Souls. Rise of the Dark Realms in foil. We got a Homunculus Horde, a Leyline Axe. And we've got Armorstar Guard, Prideful Parrot. We got a Big Fin Bouncer. I know Mrs. Pants. I've got a stack for you. If you end up winning a givey, I'll send them to you. There's like 4 of them. 4 Gutless Plunderers, Goblin Borders, Gorehorn Raider, Tree-Stop Spinneret, Grappling Kraken, Skyship Buccaneer, Strong Box Raider, Needletooth Pack, Quake Strider, Ceratops U12, Reassembling Skeleton, Garrick's Uprising, Good Fortune Unicorn, and then I think I found some extras. Fanatical Firebrand, no, that was on there. Brineborn Cutthroat, Spectral Sailors, just a few extras I found with a cute little kitty cat, the Helpful Hunter, and you had a Johnny Pride Mate back there as well. So all that stuff. I missed like 1 or 2 of your commons and 1 of your uncommons, and then I don't have the Gigantosaurus. That's I think a special guest in this one, so I didn't get that one. Or yeah, the Gigantosaurus, no, or whatever the Saurus was, that big guy. But otherwise, yeah. Oh, I need to start a givey too. That might be useful. Yeah, sorry about that. There you go, Mrs. Pants. You got to win a givey. I've got 4 of those sharks for you, and I can send them your way. Just need to generate a label. All right, today, chat, we're starting off with slabs, graded cards, all that fun stuff. Yeah, and then for Lauren, just so you know, your purchase was from the marketplace, technically, so this show you don't have shipping paid for, so you would be doubling up if we do that. So just so you know. If you buy anything, you pay a little extra shipping. There's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. But if you want to give you or something, whatever, you just let me know. But it's all good. All right, chat. So today, we're going to do a little bit of graded cards and givvies throughout the day. And then later on in the show, if we are slower, the interest dies down or whatever, we can switch over to foundation singles. And I'll just start doing stuff. I did pull Jumpstart singles out. Man, I pulled a lot of them. They're expensive as of yesterday. I'm sure they got to like half the price today. So initially, we're going to talk about how we get to a price when it comes to slabs. Then I'm going to go through a whole bunch of them that I'm going to sell you. I have a bunch that I save for wheels and things like that because they're more expensive. So therefore, they're better off as wheels. You can always buy them off me for their price, but you'll understand why in a minute. So I'm going to start with an expensive example, right? The deflecting SWAT. Let me get a scan on it first, just so I can know what I'm talking about. Let's see what the deflecting SWAT's going for today. So a borderless deflecting SWAT today. So a borderless deflecting SWAT goes for $49.90, right? Almost 50 bucks. Maybe, Red. We'll go faster through this after we get past the education moment. It's the TED Talk first, and then we go through just card after card after card. So deflecting SWAT here is a Gem Mint 10 from CGC. I personally like the CGC over the PSA, just personal preference, but PSA is the top grading company out there. So PSA is the company. CGC is second. They've done less cards. That's literally the difference. But CGC is cheaper, and I like their slab design a little bit more. Also, they have a tier above this Gem 10 that PSA doesn't have. So, like this card here is about a $50 card, right? The grading for this cost, when I sent it, was probably $10. I could send it for grading $10. I have a membership with CGC and PSA, though I'm going to let my PSA kind of subside. And so for $10, I got this graded in this nice slab. It's a Gem 10, which means it's the 1% of all quality that's out there, and as per rated. So it's nicely centered, good colors, no scratches or damage. The back is even clean as well. So that's pretty much what a Gem 10 is. It's like everything. This is a Gem 10 is the staple or standard for what the Magic card is supposed to look like. Now, they do make a pristine 10 out of CGC, right? So the pristine 10 is supposed to be the top 1% of 1%. That's what they say, at least. I don't know. But so this is supposed to be like perfection in theory. It's technically better than a Gem Mint 10, but not by much. Like PSA says their Gem Mint 10 is really top percentage as well. But these all, I personally tend to think that a Gem 10 of PSA is the same as a Gem 10 of deflecting SWAT. And then you get a little fancy extra sticker if you get a pristine 10. So when we look at Gem 10s, the rule of thumb that I've heard from many different people and the internet itself is that it generally increases the value 3 times. So this is a $50 card, meaning it's worth $150. Some people like to add the cost to grade it too. So it'd be $160 for this card if I was selling it. Now, I've kind of set them off to the side as ceilings for wheels because $160 for this, unless you really like the art, it's probably not of use to you. Most people want to use this card, right? I'm learning this over time. I graded a whole bunch of stuff that were not collector's items that were more playables. I've had cards that are worth more out of their case than they are in their case, is basically what it is. So the art of grading, or rather the interest in grading, is I want to display this card. I want to show off that I have it. And I love that it got a Gem Mint 10. Now, I have a second one of these in foil that I believe is Gem 10. It's put away right now. I should probably, later on, if we get to it, I might pull my personal collection out. But give you pop, and we'll do that. The man, 26, number 1, Dodgy Jalopy coming in to start us off. All right. The man gets it. Congrats on that. Get yourself on the leaderboard. Right? Exactly, Loki. All right, let's get you on that leaderboard. So, where did that go? Here it is. Getting you on that leaderboard. Get another give you going. Chat. We like to keep track of our give you winners. A little bit of fun, a little bit of competition. That one. Yeah, they won't. Most places won't. No one cares unless it's like Alpha, Beta, Power 9, old stuff. Yeah, I don't have a Power 9. It'd be cool, but I don't. They only really care about that and some of the other stuff, right? So there is an example would be some stores are interested in this, right? So it's a Kenrith the Return King as a serialized Gem Mint 10. That's crazy, right? So that one, this is the most expensive card I own in graded. And so, yeah, there'd be more interest in this. Now, like, the trouble is, right? If I told you, oh, I'd sell it to you for 250 bucks, you'd be interested, right? Or maybe interested. But a graded card of a Kenrith isn't even in the freaking scanner. That's annoying. Where's TCG? Let me get it. That would be too easy if it was right there in front of me, wouldn't it? Kenrith Turned King cereal. So the last sale of a Kenrith Returned King looks like 385, but there's only one available for $600, right? So the problem with it is now I have a Gem 10. By the rule of thumb, if I went by just the 385, that's over $1,000 to buy this. You got to really want to do it, or you got a lot of money, one of the two. And so Mox Diamond in it. There you go. That's like what, $500? So it's way harder to move, right? So I'm more likely to be able to move this out of its case for 385 than I am to move it for 1,000. Now I paid a premium to get this graded because it broke the threshold required for like bottom. So it's like $25 to grade this card, or maybe 75. I can't remember if it broke the 1,000 threshold, but like, so you have that adventure when deciding to grade, right? So now if you look at it like, I got this out of a collection. Someone graded a Broker's Ascendancy in foil. It got a 9. This is worth nothing except the maybe the case and the coolness of it. So it's like I would be able to sell this for about 12 bucks if someone bought it, right? So it's like someone chose to grade that, it's worth nothing, really. Even at a 9, it's really worth literally plastic. But it's like this is cool to show off, right? If you're a Transformers fan, you got a pristine 10, you might be interested in that. Or you're a Godzilla fan, you got a foil BioQuartz in Gem 10. So it's like the ideas that I've learned over the time on this is get things that you want to collect graded. Don't worry about making money because it's few and far between. Like I bought these off of NWFL. He streams on here doing slabs only in Magic. Freaking awesome angels, right? These are going in my private collection. Like that's the idea behind it. And so with grading, it's really about picking stuff you want to display and show off. And similar to our conversation previously about Funkos and everything else, it's about showing off your nerdiness, your style, your favorite type of cards, things like that. We collect Pokemon as well, and some of that's actually collecting for value. That's a big difference between Magic and Pokemon, because Pokemon is not a played game. It is, but it's really not. In the grand scheme of the giant market, most people are buying for collectibles, right? And so, because Pokemon's all about, yeah, it's about collecting. It's always been that way. Got to catch them all, right? So it's the idea that Pokemon is driving this interest in slabs. And I thought maybe it would come over to Magic, and it didn't. That's why I have this, all of this. Like I have all of this graded, and I have like very few of you interested in buying them regularly, right? Yeah, it 492 on a Ken. Oh yeah, oh, so you're saying you have a Kenrith with number is 492? Got it. Yeah, it's a little all over the place, and it's a lot of arbitrary in Magic. Whereas with Pokemon, they have websites that'll tell you exactly what it's worth. Yeah, yeah, it is. It very much is. But so let's take a look at this. This is an example that's different, right? So in the case of like, let's say you're a big Godzilla fan, right? So this BioQuartz Space Godzilla is 20 bucks, right? But I got a Gem 10 of it. So you might be, well, if you're a big Godzilla fan, you're just forever into it, you might pay 60 bucks for that, right? You might pay 60 bucks. That's not so bad. 60 bucks isn't a lot of money if you think about it. If you're into collectibles of your favorite thing, King 2001, get number 2. Getting yourself a Slimefoot the Stowaway Time Spiral Remastered. Congrats on that. So it's just one of those that uh, collectibles are the eye of the beholder, right? So at the end of the day, and let's put it this way. Um, let's see. I would personally, so here's an example. Let me dig it out because this is something I was chasing forever, and I found it at MagicCon. Thank goodness. and it's the one card I had been chasing more than the more than the emblems uh, out of Caverns. This is an Anfersand Drisdorn. For most of you, you have no idea uh, why this is so fancy and expensive, right? Drisdorn is the main character of a big book series that I read when I was younger, and he's really cool, like a dark elf that tries. It's an interesting thing, but they made an Anfersand, which was only available in stores, and so this card I bought for $50. If I found a gem 10 of it, I was willing to go well over 100 for it because I wanted this card because I love the books, I loved the series, I love D&D, all of that stuff. So, right, it's that style of thing that someone might be after. Now, I'm going to grade this, but this is a foil Optimus Prime hero. He's about 300-ish. I haven't scanned it, but that's about what it is. Someone who is diehard Transformers, been in it all their life, might actually pay $900 for a foil Optimus Prime. It's possible. But I'm going to grade it because it's so freaking cool as it is. So, yeah, I love the pristine labels, of course. Same as I collect dragons, right? Yeah, exactly. I collect dragons. This is a borderless foil ancient copper dragon, slightly left center, but I don't care enough. So it's probably going to get like a 9 on it. But I want it graded because it's a freaking foil ancient copper dragon, right? I want to put this up on a display somewhere and be like, I like dragons, right? So that's the adventure with grading. I learned, probably a little too expensive, that people don't care about the random blah 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 thing that I graded as much as they care more about finding the Kalia they want, or they want their specific commander graded because it's sitting in the graded spot, and you could just as easily you could just as easily put a proxy in to cover that graded spot, right? In case it gets tossed back into your deck. I forgot to give you sorry about that. So then, why do all of these? Well, some of the adventure that I had here is there were cards in here that I was trying to get like top end cards. Karlach's one. Yeah, actually, I'm sure people like Karlach enough to have it graded. There's some very good arts of Karlach. So I was trying to get stuff for my collection as well, and I kind of shotgunned it, right? So I picked all the ones that matched the art. A good one would be this card. So there's an Archangel of Wrath in here. We ended up getting a pristine 10 of this, I think, or a foil, something like that. I don't have the collection out, but so I shotgunned a bunch of these, basically sending a whole bunch of them, hoping one of them would come back as a 10. I can auction this, yeah. Let me just do it. Let me just make sure I know what I'm talking about. So this is a great example. This one came back at Gem 10. This card is worth 98 cents. So the problem is I've got to recoup the cost to make it, right? It looks pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. So the cost was $10. Now I pay a generalized fee of around 15. So this one would auction based on the Gem 10. I would have to auction at $15, right? So anyone could buy this for 15 off me. You'd have an awesome angel in a Gem 10 for 15 bucks. That's not bad if you think about it. Some of the other angels go for significantly more with that. So, like, here's an example. We'll put this up. It's going to be sudden death, 20 seconds. This Archangel of Wrath for $15. If you would like it, you can get it. If 15 is too much, that's perfectly fine. That's normal. But it's just like the cost of doing this is about $10. Twits, how's it going? Good to see you. But then you have to make up the fees, right? And at $10, it's generally close to close to 20% in fees on it, as well as anything that's shipped or any of that. So you see the example there. A $15 card had no bids. So it's an adventure to do slabs. That's why I use them a lot in my shows. Now, something that I find really cool is like this card. This card looks so cool. So Fell Warstone in borderless foil. Unfortunately, it came back in 9.5. Now, a CGC 9.5 will grade as a PSA 10 if you sent it to PSA and had it regraded, right? So that means it's worth a little bit more. Now, I generally say it's like 2 times the value. A Far Warstone and borderless foil might be $5, right? So I would put this up for $15 because why overprice this one when I have 2 of them, right? So I have 2 9.5s and run it that way. So like I could run the auction at 15 if anyone wants it. You could have this gorgeous borderless Belwar stone for 15 bucks. Totally yours. You want it though, right? And again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder for what style of card you're looking for. Now, something interesting is this one. This one's fun. I love this card. Most of my auctions for reference today, chat, will probably be around $15. So if you see a card you want at the very base, it'll be 15. So this one's fun. Adult Gold Dragon, Pristine 10. Oh my goodness, it's a Pristine 10. We actually had 2 come back as Pristine 10s, which was insane. Or maybe I had a foil come back as a Pristine 10. Any Eternal Witness? I don't think so. So then, like this one, oh my goodness, it's a Pristine 10. That's awesome, right? Well, the card's only worth about $1. Not even, probably 75 cents, because no one cares about the Adult Gold Dragon. But I love the art. I think it's pretty. I thought it was perfect for a collection of dragons. So like $15 start, maybe someone will want it. I don't know, but that's up to you. See, Jay likes that. It's an awesome Pristine 10. And so it's one of those that grading can be fun if you hit a Pristine 10. I'm going to, in theory, make a whole $1 more on this card after all of my expenses, right? So it's like, woohoo, I made $1 on a card that was there, but it's like, heck yeah, right? It's gorgeous. You don't have to put the effort in. So you're paying, in theory, for the effort and the expense to have this graded, right? And so if I put the time in to get it graded, I get a Pristine 10 back and I sell it for 15. You've paid essentially $15 for me to get that done for you, less my fees, right? So it's like $12 or something. So it's just that idea. Grading is a lot of fun, but it's also, what I've learned is it's more objective to what I'm doing as opposed to like shotgunning everything, right? Yeah, exactly. You're paying for the feature and the advantage of knowing, right? So it's nice that way. Jay, thank you very much for picking that up. It's a gorgeous card as it is. So now, an addiction that exists that I've been good about is getting Pristine 10s out of stuff, right? So if you shotgun a whole stack of ancient adult gold dragons, all of a sudden you get one back as a Pristine 10. That's exciting, right? Now you're stuck with all your others, but it's exciting. It's a lot of fun. Loki, picking up that giving number 3. What do we get for you today? We've got you a Elvish Soul Tiller. Congrats on that. Oh, my brain missed it a little bit ago, but someone asked about running singles for foundations. We'll do that a little bit later if the graded conversation it ends, right? So we're just gonna kind of roll through some cards, chit chat about them, and if you see one you want, go ahead and snag it. If you don't, yeah, I don't know. And we'll just see what's in this giant mess of stuff that I have, because I have a lot of stuff. I got Loki on the, oh, another Gibby, that's right. None of it's really very well organized, I will tell you that. So right now, we're going to just kind of see what happens. I have, obviously you guys have seen the Kenrith and the Cabinet Souls in the bin. Both of those. I won't auction them here, but if you're interested, I do accept offers on any of my stuff in the bin for graded cards within reason. Obviously not 100% off, but like if anyone wants a Broker's Ascendancy, I'm just going to go down the stack. And if you guys see something you want, grab it. If you don't, well, we'll just toss it to the side and continue on. And sooner or later, I'll probably shove it in someone's bag for the hell of it. Not really. This one I'm going to do 12 on. I got this out of a collection. I don't know why it was there. It was just there. But if you want it, 12 bucks. So then, like, this one's a fun one. I might even shorten it a little bit. But actually, this could tilt up. That might help a little bit center it better. There we go. So, yeah. Like, why would you, unless you really liked this art, why would you do it? It doesn't make any sense. Now, maybe they're trying to get a 10, but at any point, when was Broker's Ascendancy a giant expensive card, right? So then, like, this one, this angel is $4. I did not grade any Fallout. No, unfortunately, I had gotten past the grading phase my grading phase when Fallout came out. Now I have some really cool Fallout stuff that's off to the side in the binder, but nothing graded, unfortunately. So this angel, pretty cool, right? But it came back a mint 8. Mint 8 is something was wrong. It looks like actually it's top shifted. Not that I would have noticed it when I did it, but so you can tell by the difference of the edges anywhere along it, and it's shifted up. So that's a really thin line up there. I don't see really any damage or color issues. The back seems good. So they really just said it's shifted up, so it's not going to get its grade that it should have gotten. So like this angel's normally a $4 card, so you can get it for 15 bucks, which is paying literally the value of the card plus the work that was done on it. And yeah, chat, we are going to drill through this in just a stack. If sit back, relax. I might shorten the timer a little bit, but yeah, 100%. Grading is totally should be. I want that card because it's so freaking cool to be graded, right? Now, cool dinosaur, a gem 10. It's only worth $2, but it's in a gem 10. Pristine 10s are really like I have more in here. Don't worry, we'll get there, but it's not exactly organized. So like this one is $15. Like straightforward. If you like dinosaurs, that's cool, right? I have PSAs here, yes. Most of them are in the bin for what I have for PSAs. I only have a handful of them that are not in the bin. Ooh, but we could do examples. No one wanted that one. That's okay. This is, again, a very light interest category, so I'm not expecting you to buy all of them, but I figured I would run a show and see. So here's an example of Beckett. I have a beta consecrate land, which I need to know what it's worth. I got this out of a collection as well. Where is it? Beta. So chat, this is a tough one, right? It's an 8.5. It's an old slab from Beckett. I don't even know their ID number, but it's a beta in an 8.5. That's actually really hard to do in beta, to get an 8.5 or to get anything above like a 7 these days, just because beta cards are generally really beat up. This card is a $22 card. Normally, as an 8.5, I would run it for $25 if you wanted it, right? So it's I'm not even plussing up much of the card value on it because I got it out of a collection too, so it doesn't have as much sunk cost on it per se. So like if you wanted a beta consecrate land from an 8.5 in Beckett, you could. $25. It's great, right? Solid. Nice. Actually, it's an old sticker for Beckett. So that means it's an old one, right? So this is cool, right? So old cards are of interest for grading for people that want to have the old stuff. Jay, thank you for picking it up. Congrats on that. So then, like we talked about the cost difference, right? So the cost difference is a big effect on, oh man, are these all 8s? Do I have a better example? Nope. Okay. So here's an example. The cost difference is that a PSA card costs about $15 to grade, right? So my sunk cost is 15 plus the value of the card. It got an 8, so it's mediocre, right? But it is a foil Borderless Indominus Rex Alpha. People love the Jurassic Park series, my wife in particular. We're trying to get all of the emblem versions of these, and then we're going to grade the whole set of emblems. But they're incredibly expensive for the emblems. This card in particular, if you want the emblem version, is over $300 and is very hard to find. So if you look at this one, the value of this foil normally is $8. Oh yeah, yeah. We might, I don't know that I can pull it off. I was gonna say we could see some of her painted minis. Maybe I'll grab a couple of them a little bit. You'll see Crafty in a little bit. My audio is going out? Is that for everybody? Hello? Hello? No? Might be lagging for you, Black Dragon. Maybe restart the app. So this card, it's an $8 foil. It's a $15 build. You're good. No, I appreciate it. It's all good. So I'd run it for 23. If you wanted this this card in a foil, but it's an 8, right? So it doesn't really have, there's no value gain because I graded other than the cost of doing it, right? So the time it took. So if it was a 10, man, it probably would be worth significantly more because it's a category of card that everyone is really interested in, right? So it's a dinosaur. Everyone loves dinosaurs. At least you better love dinosaurs. So then another example is this guy, right? Megatron. In foil as an 8. Like, really? It's only a $15 cost sync on it. So I would do, he's only worth $2, so it's like, here's $17, right? So I'm breaking even before fees. And I'm just like, please take it for an 8, because 8, unfortunately, isn't attractive, right? It's an 8. I have a lot of 8s. It's annoying, actually.
Did you fix your audio?
My audio wasn't a problem.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. Red likes it, though. See? So then that's a great price for a PSA Megatron in foil, no less. And that's your first purchase. First purchase in the stream? Because Red, you picked up a slab, right? Interesting. So it's broken on that end. Red, you have dice randomly coming to you, but would you like to pick a color of dice coming to you for your first purchase? First purchase here with us. Do you have a color of dice you'd like to pick? Black. Let's go. Let's do it. I'll get you an extra set of dice. Ooh, I like this one. Black and blue. Black and blue. Coming your way. Red, thank you so much for going in. Dice Way, say thank you for being here, being part of the community, and hanging out with us. It is very interesting that you've purchased on the marketplace before, and that doesn't count towards the first purchase on straight. They don't know what they're coding. Code better or whatnot. Let's go. Did it give you pop and I missed it? Probably. C4 Fat Tony picked up that givey. Yeah, I appreciate that. For sure. You've also had a couple of givvies here, too. If I remember correctly. Good stuff. Thank you for picking that up. Let's see. So, let's get C4 Fat Tony as givey. Number 4. Going to C4 Fat Tony. Woo. Sanctuary Blade. That's a cool card. All right, it's on that. Yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate everyone hanging out, and especially this one. This one's always a different conversation than we usually have because it's, well, very different of a category of stuff. But it's fun. I like it. You're still here? Good. Good, good, good. I haven't scared you off yet. Then here's another example. I love this card. This is such a cool card. We got a Grim Gigantosaurus. This one came back as a 9. Still really good. But unfortunately, 9s don't intrinsically increase the value. Sometimes some people say 2 times the value of the card, but he's $1.70, right? So I'm going to run him at 15. If I can find my buttons again. So $15 could get you this PSA Grim Gigantosaurus. I know, like, I paid right around 15 for it, so you're getting him basically at the cost of grading. Yeah, I talk too much as it is, so it's a perfect podcast. I agree. Let's see. So we had a foil Compy Swarm here. We're just going to go through this stack of stuff, PSAs that are not listed, I believe. I hope I have the right stack. I think so. I think these came from my showcase. So this is a foil Compy Swarm in 8. Compy Swarm in foil is a $6 card. $15 to scan. We'll do $20 on it. $20 can get you a Compy Swarm borderless foil in a near mint 8. I'm curious why it's a near mint 8. It might be the coloration of the foiling, because I think that one can be a little foggy. Doesn't look like any damage. So my guess is it's probably the coloration is not quite there. The one thing I miss about both CGC and PSA is they don't do micro grading. So micro grading is where they give you, actually the Beckett one has the example. So let me pull that up. So the Beckett one has the example. Micrograding is this thing. So you can find out that the centering is an 8.5, The corners are an 8.5. The edges 8.5. Surface 9.5. So you got a really good surface on this card. Like, I like the micrograding, but neither of those two companies do it. And I don't like using. There are many grading companies. I mean, what GameStop's doing it now. Many grading companies out there that do all sorts of crazy stuff, but they're just not as reputable or known to be reputable yet as CGC and PSA. Like, the sheer volume of cards that those two companies have done exceeds probably the rest of the companies combined. Yeah, Hi Hawk. No, you're good. And that's another part of it. Like, some people don't even know what half these cards are, right? Depending on when you started. If I showed you some of the older set stuff, if we ever get there, you might not like it. It's perfectly fine. But like, this is a Blue Loyal Raptor, borderless. So if you're into like the Jurassic Park as a mint 9, that's really cool. It's non-foil, but it's worth about $3. It's a PSA, so I'd go for $18. $18 is what I would generally run for. And you're good. Like, if you want it, great. If not, so be it. Oh yeah, you're here for it. It's a good conversation. Honestly, you should know this information if you're going to be in a collectible game, so that if you're ever at a shop and someone's talking to you about, hey, I got this card and this, that, and the other, you're a little bit educated. Legends Glyph of Destruction is a 9.5. Nice. Legends is a little tough only right now due to the fact that they've had like mint condition cards going into Dom U collectors. So that's the only adventure with it right now. But it's still really cool to get a Legends card. It was technically printed then. Like, that's the thing, right? So they just happened, it didn't have the 30 years to try and get beat up over time. It just happened to be found in a warehouse and shoved in a pack. So this is a foil Space Godzilla Death Corona. Its value is $263. Like we said, CGC generally cost me about $10 to do. We're doing $15 on it for a Space Godzilla Death Corona in borderless foil. Pretty nice. Jay likes it. Jay, thank you for picking that up. So this is an example of I don't know what I was doing. Is basically what it is. Sizam Perverter of Truth. It came out as a Gem 10. That's awesome, but why on earth did I have this graded? I don't remember what I was thinking when I found it. Vatic V, picking up number 5, getting yourself a Desolation Twin. Congrats on that. He is a dragon spirit, yes, but it's like the art is, right? So someone thinks it looks really cool. Perfect. Awesome. That's good. Because it's one of those that maybe that's what I was thinking. Was that it was cool at the time. But when it came back, I was like, what? Why did I grade this card? Because it wasn't going to go in my private collection, right? Oh, Demon Spirit. Sorry, you're correct. Yeah, well, you were wrong and then you were correct. And I followed you and then I was wrong. And so now we're all wrong, but yeah, right. It's fine. We'll get there. But so it's a really cool looking card. It's in the showcase, similar to the Kami showcase, but it's from the, oh, why can't I? I'm not remembering the style it is, but it's from March of the Machines. So like this one, it's worth 49 cents, chat. So at a Gem 10, that's great, but it's still only worth 49 cents. So we would run it back as a like $12 card. I'm willing to maybe lose a little bit on this just to have it go. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. This stack has been here for a while now. So if anyone wanted it, they could get it. But again, $12 for a 50-cent card is pretty odd. So then this one was another, I'm sure, come on. I thought to myself on this one, oh, it's a D&D card. Someone might really be into Acer Act. My D&D we did the campaign that killed this guy with my group that does D&D. So that's really cool. It's a $6 card, so that's fun. It came back at 9.5. So $16 sounds great to me. because it came back as a 9.5. That's actually probably a little low for the value that it is. It probably should go more towards like $22 based on the information we've discussed. But you have to be into D&D and you have to like dislike this guy or like this guy enough that you're like, oh, I want that. Yes. So then Quartzwood Crasher, dinosaurs, right? We actually shotgunned this guy. We sent a bunch of him, and I'm sure we got a 10 or a pristine 10 out of him. But this was the 9 that was left over. So he's like $1 card or $2 card. So like $15 for him. If you're into dinosaurs, again, dinosaurs are cool, right? Yeah. Tomb of Annihilation, which at the end of all of it, I didn't like certain parts of Tomb of Annihilation, but that's beside the point. They tried to kill the characters too often. And I'm not a killer DM. No one wanted it. That's okay. So then here we go. This one's a fun one. I like this one. So if you like dragons, here's a World Gorger dragon, borderless foil, pristine or not, gem mint 10. Not pristine, gem mint 10. So this scans out at $13, right? Yeah, it was very combat heavy, which our group is murder hobos. They love to fight constantly. But once you got into the spoilers, once you got into the temple, it was very try to murder you side of things. So this card, $3 foil at a gem and 10 should be worth 19. I'll go 15 on it because that's kind of what we're playing at here for it. But like this one's awesome. It's an awesome looking dragon in borderless foil as a gem 10, so it's supposed to be like the example. Jay picking it up. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. So then this one's more of an oof. Became an 8.5. Angel of Suffering is a really cool angel. Again, we collect angels, or I do specifically. And this one's non-foil, so it's about $4, but it came back in 8.5, which has no increase in value. It's basically saying, yeah, it's a card. So like I would go $14 on this. If you wanted an 8.5 angel, here's your chance to get an angel for the cost of doing the grading plus the value of the card, basically. So it's sealed. You can show it off, that whole side of things. It's very cool that way. But no one wanted it. This is an example of a thought of, oh, I think the art's cool, so maybe other people would think the art's cool, right? But it came back as 7.5. It looks like it's shifted right, and maybe can't tell if that's damage or part of the art. But it came back as 7.5. Like it's basically not worth it. So and the foiling right now is only about 75 cents, so I would do $12 on it, right? So $12 would get you this card, and you'd have a legacy weapon in borderless foil. So I went through and apparently picked a lot of art that I liked at that specific time, and this was early in my start on here, where I've seen a lot of cards, but I hadn't seen a lot of cards, if you know what I mean. So it's like now that I'm a year later of doing this, I've seen all different versions and what people really get excited for and things like that. So it gets a little bit more difficult to pick what I would grade because of that. Also learning the fact that no one actually cares about grading in the grand environment of Magic. Those that do are the like 1% of the community. So this is a $2 card, came back a 9. Go $12 on it. If you wanted a Wrathful Red Dragon in a 9 extended, it's a great card. It's actually surprisingly held its value for how long it's been out. But it's a dragon. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I like this. We'll do a pristine 10 next. Jay likes that one. Jay, thank you for picking it up. You're going to have an awesome slab setup. Let's go. I love it. Unfortunately, we have young kids who like to touch everything, so ours is in safekeeping right now until the young kids stop touching everything. So here's a pristine 10, Red Dragon. It's an uncommon. It's an actually really cool art. We actually rolled a foil, I think pristine 10 foil of this as well. But now, the one thing I will say is that uncommons like this don't get graded very often, so you have a better chance of getting a higher grade on it only because the population is non-existent. So they're more likely to be like, oh yeah, it's got to be better than that other card we graded. Whereas when you grade a card that is always graded, think Jeweled Lotus, like the textured foil or things like that, you're fighting against the other grades that are out there too. So it's a comparison of that. So like this one with a pristine 10, it's only an uncommon, but it's still pretty cool. So it's a pristine 10 at 15 bucks, right? So that's phenomenal. You get to show off the dragons in a pristine 10, but it's just an uncommon, right? Why grade cheap cards? Because you're interested in them. I shotgunned Red Dragons. This art specifically, I like this art. Gorgeous dragon. So I ended up with multiple pristine 10s. So therefore, I have multiple of them. So it's an idea of we graded specific to cool looking cards and cards we thought people would be interested in as well. So it's like here's another, it's a Drake, but it's another winged beast, basically. So I always put Drakes and dragons in the same category, even though I know the difference. So this one came back at Gem 10. That's cool. It's only worth next to nothing, but it's cool because it's a Gem 10 Drake specifically in this case, but it's in the dragon category, like for my collection. So if someone wanted it, they could get it for 15 bucks. If they don't, that's it. It's all about like what people like and don't like in the graded category. And we're going through the cheaper end stuff, right? So most of my expensive stuff is in the bin right now. You can go peruse that at your leisure. I do accept offers in there as well. Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're in a position where you don't have a lot of space and you want to just show off a little bit, they're great. Like this. Look at this art. This art is great by Mark Poole. We actually, I think we've got this as an art print signed, and like it's a gorgeous art. Unfortunately, it came back in 8.5, so it's not like super valuable in that sense, but it's cool because it's a cool art. You could potentially have Mark Poole sign the outside of this. You can have that done, like things like that, right? And if not, that's okay. So here's a different reason to grade, right? So people like to grade old stuff. This is a on the outside, right? Okay. This is a Helm of Chatsuk, right? It's from Revised. It came back to 7.5. It's actually hard to get good gradings on Revised cards, specifically because they yellow over time because the white borders. Black at least doesn't show that, but here this one does. Now a Helm, let's just double check on the scanner. A Helm in Revised is 50 cents. Still not valuable. I got this out of a collection, oddly enough, because it's an older CGC label. Actually, I have a couple cards here that are from, yeah, it's the older CGC. So this is an old CGC label. So, like, that's cool that it's revised. But again, it's not a huge value card at a 7.5. So if you wanted one, you could get it. And this is stuff I've gotten out of collections too, right? So it's like, how why did someone choose to grade this at the time, or how did they get it? Did they buy it from someone, win it? Like there's people that win graded cards in wheels and stuff. Jay, thank you for picking that up. I appreciate it. Good stuff. So like here's a Fervent Charge in foil. What, like it's a foil common. I got this out of a collection. It's the old CGC label. um the I guess they liked the horse look, maybe, or maybe they liked the artist. Sometimes people like specific artists in foil. I don't think it's a crazy valuable card. No. Well, that's Eternal. It's only been printed twice in Eternal and whatever set this was. What is this? Avacyn Restored. Um, so it's like this one came in a collection. Don't know. Don't know why it's there, but it is, and that's cool. So if anyone wanted it, you could get it, but at the same time, it's got to be your style. So then here we go. Another Revised. This one came back at 9, though. 9 is very rare when it comes to Revised. Which actually I need to get. I don't think Castle's worth anything special, but Get it? We'll just double check. We'll make sure. I want you to be educated if you need to know. So like a revised castle is 38 cents, right? So when you look at this, man, a 9 in revised is really hard. That means it's probably cream of the crop in most parts. There is nothing wrong with it other than a little centering issues. It's slightly shifted to the right is why it probably got the 9. Otherwise, it would have been a 10. So if you look at it and you say, well, it's not that much, but it is a 9 in revised, 15 bucks. Like, that's not easy to do. Getting a 9 in revised is not easy. Now, it is an older grade because you got the old tag. So you remember the normal tag is, or the new tag is that. And no one did it. That's okay, though. So then this dragon, see, again, I like dragons. So we shotgunned our dragons. We just sent any dragon we found of the matching art, went in, and then you get what comes back. This is a gem 10 of the Astral Dragon, right? So that's cool. We know that the Astral Dragon extended art does not have a foil version, but it is a $6.43. I forgot to give you. Sorry, chat. I'm on a roll in my TED talk. Over anything else I'm paying attention to. Yeah, I got Vatic. Okay, there we go. So we know that this is, there's no foils of it, but it's an astral dragon. It's really cool. I think you can get the regular art in foil though. Nope, neither of them are in foil actually. So it's a $6.43 card. So the rule of 3 would say that this should go for $28. I'm gonna go for $20 for it. So you can get it for a decent discount on what it should be out there. But it's an astral dragon, right? And if no one wants it, that's the way it is. It's just nature of the beast. Ah, an example. This one's a fun example. I graded this before it pumped. So I thought the Vexing Puzzle Box was cool before it became cool, right? So the borderless foil right now, it's back down to $5. Day so Dale, great. These aren't supposed to be opened. I've never tried to open them. I don't know how to open them. And there's probably videos out there that'll show you recommended ways to do it, but they're not designed to be opened. They're primarily designed for collectible purposes and or yeah, you got to break them apart. Wire cutters, there you go. Yeah, they're meant to be collectibles, not playable cards. So if you happen to win one in a wheel or something, then you could take them apart, but you risk the card across the board on that. But if you just enjoy them for what they are, wire cutters in the corner, you could probably come across here and take it through there and try, and then you'd peel it apart. It's just a risk, right? Risk reward. If you think this is one that like this card was worth 50, 60 cents when I graded it and then it pumped. And so now it's worth more. Ooh, a Dremel's not a bad idea. That might work. I don't know. But I'm never going to open a card a sealed card. That's just not my personal preference. I won't do it. But in this case, like this is a $5 card now. It had pumped to over 12. It was worth more out of the case than in the case when this card was hot, right? Because no one really cares about a graded card of a Vexing Puzzle Box. I thought it looked cool. We have one set aside that's a 10 in foil. That's just, it's really cool. So in this case, it's $5, but it's a 9.5. Sometimes you can 2x at 9.5, but for the most part, it's probably just a $15 card. So if anyone would want the one, you can get it for that. Jeweled Lotus, right? Yeah, today just grade Jeweled Lotuses. Don't bother with anything else. But tomorrow, when they announce that they are unbanning it, then you probably want to cut it out. Oh, this one's a fun one. I had thought that I would find someone interested in this card. I thought someone would be interested in Johnny Unyielding, but it came back an 8. And it's an old card. It's from AER. Actually, let me just double check over here. Yeah, it's not worth anything, but I thought I'd find someone that'd be interested in it. and it ended up not being that way. Oh, Jesus. That's a misprint. That's hilarious. Good catch on that. So they made a mistake. It says French on it. It's not a French card. This is English. That's hilarious. So this is a mistaken. Good catch, CD. I didn't even notice that. This is a mistake on the CGC side. So I don't know that. I've never realized. I don't believe there is any additional value to it. Yeah, just triple in value. Let's go. Woo! $100 bid. No, it's not. I don't think there is. You can send it back, but typically you have to pay to have it regraded. Maybe. I don't know, but that's just very weird. Interesting. Good catch. I didn't even notice that. Right? This one, retro frame foil of a cool chain lightning. That's why it got graded. I mean, it's really not even $1, but it is a gem 10 of it. And if people like lightning, this is their chance to get lightning. So you could pick this up for 15. Givey popping. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I would have told you sooner. Red picked up number 6. Red the Kid. Getting yourself a collective defiance. Congrats on that. It is. And the art is awesome. Yeah, you're welcome. Let's get you on that leaderboard. Get another Givey going. And we'll just keep going through this for a little bit. Later on today, chat, we will switch over to Foundation singles for a little while. I pulled a whole bunch of it together. So if you're chasing any of that, we will cross the bridge to that. Got you on that leaderboard. Here's another Givey chat. Good stuff. So this is another great example of something to grade, a reason to grade it. Halo foils are very cool. There's a lot of great ones. I like how this Halo foil, so I have 2. One's a 9, one's a 10. That Halo cuts really nice on the sword on this one, but this one swirls on the sword. And this one came back at 10. So it's a reason to grade. Lathril Manifoil. I don't think I got a Lathril Manifoil, though. But I did open a bunch of Jumpstart if you're looking for Jumpstart cards. Man, there's a lot of good cards in there. So the Copper Code, it's worth $2, right? But this came back as a 10, so I'd run it for 15 bucks. Is it? Nice. So Halo foils are fun to grade because it's a really cool looking card in that sense, right? Two cats from Jumpstart. Okay. Well, I don't remember which ones I have. We'll take a look at that a little later. Probably the Koala, Johnny's Pride Mate, and maybe I don't know. I only seem to have one of them. So here's an example of a reason to grade as well. This is kind of not as much as before. Where's the scan value? So everyone was playing dinosaurs, right? This is their commander. This was the commander that was running out of the pre-con even. So this card came back in 9.5. We graded a bunch because my wife collects dinosaurs. And so at like 15 bucks, but you could use this as your commander. All you'd have to do is make sure you have a proxy on the side so that in case they do put it in your, return it to your library type thing. I'm just going through stacks here. So we saw the Angel of Suffering earlier, but this is the Angel of Suffering in extended foil. Same basic dealio, but it is foil. Angel of Suffering is a very nice angel. And let me see what else I got. Oh, this is actually a good one to use an example of. So chat, this one, though, is a good example of pristine 10. You could have a pristine 10 commander for your dragon deck, or your dinosaur deck. It's a $4 card. So you would 3 to 4 exits based on the rule of whatever they've said out there on the internet. So it's a pristine 10 of Panlatza. I would do it for $20. Would get you a Panlatza. It could probably go for easily 22 to 26 out there, but it's a pristine 10 of Panlatza. So it's like, right? Well, it exactly, right? So it's just that's the rule of thumb, but you guys can interpret it how you want to at the end of the day. Everyone that I've talked to has said 3x the value for a Gem 10. That's it. And so it's like they've all said the same thing, but it's what you'll pay for it at the end of the day, right? Jay, thank you so much for picking that up. I appreciate it. Oh, I see what you're saying. I follow which direction you're talking about. Yeah. So the way in which grading is done between PSA and CGC generally is the same rules. Low end Gem 10's got it. Yeah, Pokemon's a whole different animal though, because the sheer volume of grading. Yeah. So the rules to grade. Actually, I'm going to use that Beckett card again because that's a good example. Jay picked this up, but it's a good example of how they grade, right? So there's tools out there that you could actually buy to look at a pre-grade of your own card. It's a little centering card that'll tell you. So they base it on centering, on corners, edges, and surface. Everyone does this out of the main big guys, right? So Beckett, CGC, PSA, all of the big ones use that. Now, the smaller ones who are trying to differentiate themselves in the market might do it slightly different. But the most reputable company is PSA, followed by CGC and Beckett are pretty well tied, but Beckett's more sports than other cards. But it's those are the main categories to be graded under. And then it comes, then they average out those micro grades to get you to your final grade. Jack Lang, number 7. Pact of the Titan. Congrats on that. It's nice to have a general idea that the rules are the same between companies because then you don't have like weird confusion in the market. So if you got a CGC 10, but they grade differently than PSA does, and your CGC would be worth more, but the PSA would have only come back a 7, like it makes a mess in the market. But then let's see what else we got here. What else do we got? Good, you. We ran through you. Okay. Yeah, these stacks are all over the place, chat. I have so many grading cards. It's terrible and great at the same time. All right, so another category that is not a bad idea to grade, but probably worth more out of its case than in its case, is this. This is a Liliana of the Veil. This card is a $17 card, but it came back a mint 8, so it has no real positive value gain from grading other than the cost to pay to do it. And so, like, I don't know, I'll run it for 20 bucks for you if you want it. It's just one of those that this one is a situation that's a little different. It's like waifus in a sense, even though it's Liliana. People like to collect women specifically for a lot of these cards. And so it was an interest of, would it be, yeah, cult-like following, exactly. And so there was let's grade it to see if anyone would want it. But it came back in an 8, so it's not a huge value. It's actually shifted left slightly from the looks of it and to the top. But exactly, to what CD Time's saying, there are interests. Everyone always makes the joke about mommy, right? So it's like Elish Norn, Shoulder of the Apocalypse, or any of the Shelleys, any of the Lilianas. It's the joke about mommy going on. But that's a great example of it could be worth grading for some of those cards that are out there because of that. Kalia is one of them as well. Don't get me wrong. It teach their own, whichever one. I don't care whichever one you pick. But that's the reason behind it, right? Oh my god, there's so many here. I'm seeing what other ones I could show off. I did all those. A lot of duplicates because we shotgunned a lot of dinosaurs. Don't shotgun your grading unless you really want to. What was that? Did I see? No. There it is. Saw one. Almost there, chat. I'm grabbing a few different ones. But yeah, grading is fun. I enjoy it. It is expensive, especially when you miss. Oh, that's a cool one. We'll show that one off. That's a fun one. Is that a 10? Yeah, we'll run that one. I'm picking out different ones. Any Jace slabs? Didn't I get you my only Jace slab? I thought you did, or did I just give you a Jace and said figure it out for yourself? One of those two. I don't think I've done Jace. We'll do a blaster in 10. That's cool. I don't think I've done more than that one, to be honest. We did hit a Jace the Mind Slayer in the one of the Eternal Masters packs. That was cool. Mind whatever his name is. Jace. Dragons. So many dragons. This was another one of I thought it looked cool, but I don't think anyone else does. Hold on. I'm finding more for you, chat. I'm just digging through. This one's a good one to discuss. That's a good one to discuss. Ooh, some more pristine 10s. More pristine. There we go. That one's a good one to discuss. All right, I got a stack going again. Some fun ones to chat about. So, this card I graded it when I actually shotgunned it and got 2 pristine 10s, I think, or maybe I got a different art. But so it's Sarah Angel in a pristine 10, right? I don't think this Sarah Angel has any value. I don't think so. 17 cents in foil, but it's a Sarah Angel. And for those of you that know about a Sarah Angel being a little bit of an OG card, it is an OG card. It's of interest. It's an Angel, first of all. So if you're into the Angels category, it's of value, but it is a pristine 10 of that. So like I would run it for 15 bucks, $10 to grade it, and just to round out to 15, but it's a pristine 10 and that's really cool. Jay's into it. Jay, thank you for picking that up. Pristine 10s. I've got a stack of them here coming up, so it's up to you. But Jay picked that up. Thank you very much for picking that up. All right, so it's not the sexiest of Oko, but it's still a sexy Oko. Obviously, our Oko the Trickster is not a huge value card compared to Thief of Crowns, right? But it's still a really cool art of Oko himself. And if that's a thing for you, it's a pristine 10. It's good. It is a sexy Oko. He still has his shirt off, let's put it that way. But like another one, a pristine 10 of Oko the Trickster. Very nice. He's not worth much, but it's a cool card to get in pristine 10s. Jay picked it up. Jay likes pristine 10s. I found him a stack of 4 of them next to each other. So another one, Glorious Protector, another Angel category. I think we had a foil of this one that we kept. But again, not a huge value, only about 34 cents, but still a very cool card to see in pristine 10. I think this other one is. Yeah. Pristine 10 is your crack. Got it. Good to know. You're probably going to end up with all of them at this rate. But they're good. I love them. The last one, Heavenly Blade Master. Again, another Angel. At least the last one of the stack I went through that I think is in here. But then we'll come up to another one. Here is an example of something that really probably needs to be graded more recently, especially given the shifts they've done in some of the grading categories, or in the card categories right now. Jay, picking it up. Thank you, Jay. So, who got that? Give you Pop Loki Kill it. Picking up number 8. Let's go. Get yourself a backdraft Hellkite. Congrats on that. Catch your second one. Oh, I bumped you. Sorry about that, chat. Trying to make it stop. There we go. Bumped you on the way. Now, I want to copy. Being slow. Sorry. There we go. Gotta get you up there. Gotta work on it. Just keep getting in. Here comes another one. So, when it comes to anime cards, there is a big following of anime cards right now going on, right? This is a from Jumpstart 22. It's the anime of Kazmina. It came back at 9.5, so really not a huge jump up. But if you're into the anime cards, this is a category. Oh, you've got, yeah, you're good. Keep trying. Keep getting more. Uh, this is a category that I think could still continue to grow in the slab market for Magic is the anime cards, because I think more of those are being collected. It's just an opinion, but it's more collected than purely for play, because it's just their new style that they've been pushing more and more anime style in. This one, being an uncommon, is not worth much, but it's a jumpstart, Kazmina, and it's really cool. Red likes it. All right, so that Red, coming your way. Thank you for picking that up. All right, so this is a good example. Yep, One Piece is big right now. It's been growing. Some days it actually beats out Magic on WhatNot, which is crazy to me. So it doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of it, especially if you're into the Weeb Schwartz group. There is a lot of anime waifu crazy stuff, and since Magic's trying to tap into that, they're interested in the cards, not so much about the playability. So that's really cool. There's cross categories for the trading card games in that sense. Same as they're picking up some of the Pokemon style stuff in their I don't have a good example in front of me, but some of the more recent full arts, borderless arts are picking up similar to Pokemon. So then when we look at this is a good example of strong treatment towards the etched, right? So the etched foil usually doesn't turn out well, but Gainax for some reason always does. So does Karlach. And I don't have a Karlach example, but I would show a Karlach example too. So the etched foil one, really only about 50 cents these days. But the treatment is really solid. It looks good. It pops the character very well. Whereas a lot of etched cards do not do that. So that's why I had that graded as just one, it's a dragon, and that's cool. And two, the etching looks really good on it. So then another category that I didn't really think much about, but might be of interest for those that think it's cool, but it's a very low population, is promo, right? So this is a promo date Wizard's Rocket. It's got a cool dragon in the background. It's a borderless foil. That design, now it's not worth much, but if you wanted to show off that you were at some events during 2023 and that's exciting to you, then this could be of interest for you. But at the same time, again, beauty in the eye of the beholder. Jay likes it. Put it up there for 12. Come on. I'll tell you that scanning graded cards is a little bit more difficult. Ooh, a couple other liked it as well. Mankay, picking it up. Congrats on that. Gorgeous card coming your way in a Gem 10. Mankay, thank you for picking that up. Was that your... No, it might not be. If that was your first purchase, let me know. Otherwise, thank you very much. I don't know. The system's so weird. It doesn't tell me anything anymore. Yeah, they do. You actually don't know? Did you get dice? Would you like dice? Better yet, here. If you don't know, what color dice would you like to have if you could have a color of dice? What color would you like, Mankay? I haven't seen your icon before, so I'm fairly certain that might be your first purchase. It's just the system being done. Purple. Let's see if I got some good purple. Purple, where are you? There it is. Is that a purple dice? Coming your way. Mankay. Thank you so much for going in. Diceway, say thank you for being here, being part of the community, and hanging out with us. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Gamma said grading cards do. I will tell you, I'm not selling expensive grading cards. That's few and far between. Let's put it this way. I still have my Neon Cavern of Souls that I got a year ago. Fourth Day Card Show, right? I know you're messing with me, and I'm messing with you back because I know what you're talking about. Smoky Dank, getting yourself an Astral Cornucopia. Congrats on that. Getting yourself on the leaderboard. Gambit's dad, if you really end up wanting to move it down the road when you're streaming, your best bet is to put it as a ceiling or discount it heavily on eBay. Even though my ceilings, when they're crazy, seem to go in the first 10, which is always fun. But yeah, it's a fun one. Blaster Combat DJ. In the Shattered Glass design as a Gem 10, if you're into Transformers, this is your jam. Let's get another give you. Sorry, forgot about that. Put Dank on there, right? Yeah. So this one, it's $5, but in a Gem 10, it would be worth $15-ish plus the cost of grade, so 25. I'm gonna do it for 18. 18 bucks to get you this Blaster Combat DJ in borderless art. Okay, maybe in this art. All right, so this one is an awesome angel art with Vindicate. I don't know if she's exploding or something's exploding, but hey, who knows? Any which way, it's a Gem 10. This art is about $1.72. $1.72, yeah, there it is. So I don't know, like 15 bucks would be fair for this angel Vindicate. Ooh, found another pristine 10. Let's go. Doesn't even. All right, so a pristine 10 of a Death Rattle Oni in Halo chat. Halo foil, pretty cool, right? Like, it's just the way the Halo works. It's very nice. It's that design. That's why we graded it. It's an Aftermath Halo in that Kami kind of style, the Kami Neon style. Pristine 10, 15 bucks. Cheap for a pristine 10, but it's a 25-cent card normally. Red likes it. The Halo is really cool. Look at that haloing. So nice. Man K, picking it up. Congrats on that. Thank you for going in on it. And unlocking bronze. It's an auction. I think I even turned on sudden death. Yeah, you could snipe. I don't care. So, Blue Loyal Raptor, awesome dinosaur, but it only came back a 9. So, 15 bucks for a 9 CGC Blue Loyal Raptor in foil. It is a foil, which is nice. Okay. Stars to Green, Power Hungry, and a pristine 10. He's only worth $1.80, but he's a pristine 10, so $15. Nice little pristine 10 there. I'm gonna work on the next stack, figure out what I got holding in this one, and keep going from there. Yeah, that's cool. No one needed that one. That's okay. I'm just going through the stacks, finding the stuff we haven't really talked about, or any fun gradings. I have a lot of bulk in here. Holy cow! Like just bulk grades. A lot of dinosaurs and dragons, really, is what it's all about. I already did you. We can try that one. 1 second, chat. Working on a few more cards to look at. So many graded cards. Try that one. There we go. Almost there, chat. Almost there. For Monarch, yeah. Found the bulk section. Very cool. I like this dragon. Alrighty. And last stack, we can do a Lyra. Lyra's always nice. Ooh, that's a cool art. I like that one. Ah, yes. Love that one. Okay, so I got a stack more. Givey Pop, who's getting this one? It's going to be Red the Kid. Picking up another. Let's go. Number 10, coming your way with a Bloodlord of Vascoth from M12. Congrats on that. That's cool. One of the complaints I have about graded cards is trying to put them in your bin on here. And then, like, it's so time consuming. Oh my God. Because you have to type out a lot of information for a graded card, and it's really counterproductive. CGC does not scan on here because I believe they partner with PSA for their stuff. So I love this art. This is such a cool art. We sold one during high-end singles day. Come on, let's go. There it is. So borderless foil lightning greaves, gorgeous art, really cool. It's actually a $22 card. The stacks of cards are 10 unless they say 5. Is that what you're talking about? I did not see any more Kalias. All my Kalias are out or in the bin, if there are any in that other stack. But this Lightning Greaves borderless foil is a $22 card that graded out at a 9. So you'd carry it to be 30 bucks, right? So if you wanted this awesome Lightning Greaves for $30, here's your chance for it. That one actually might end up in a wheel someday just because its price point is more fair for that. So this is an example of, I love the art. The Thran Dynamo is so cool, but it came back at 9.5. It is actually a $3.66 card normally. Some would say it could be 2x'd at 9.5, but I'll go $14 on it. A brash taunter? No, I don't. Or if I do, I don't know where it is. So then, Eagle of Deliverance, Lord of the Rings is a good category for grading. Obviously, the One Ring can be graded because it's probably going to continue to appreciate in value unless they do another reprint, which I don't think they will. No graded Progenitus, no. That'd be cool though, but I don't at this time. It 9.5 on the Eagle, 35 cents is its value though. But it's the idea of Lord of the Rings being a solid category for grading because people have a lot of connection from the Lord of the Rings. If you think of some of the secret layers that are coming out, those are pretty big to grade. If you're a Marvel fan, you could grade some of those. If you're a Final Fantasy when it comes out, like some of those cards are going to grade incredibly well for like plus up value. You may even find increased value just from the people in the that like the game, right? Fallout's probably a good example. Um, Many of the secret layer groupings could be depending on the category. A lot of that has intrinsic value in it. So then Lyra the Dawnbringer is a $5 card. It's an awesome angel. The borderless foil is even better. But this was a gem 10 of it. It would go for about $25. I'm going to run it for 20. If that's your thing, you can go for it. I didn't see any nickel bolas unless they're in the bin. You could double check the bin for that. I don't remember. Because I have stuff in the bin for most of my highest end stuff. I don't usually do that for the education subset. Trying to check that stack real quick, like. Yeah, I didn't see any in the PSA slabs in there. So then we have this one. I need another Gibby. I apologize, chat. I thought I had it up there still. Yeah, Red got that last one. Okay, so Pristine 10, Hellkite Charger. Just a nice dragon, right? It's only about $1. So I'm gonna run it. That's the wrong category. You don't want to pay for that much. This one. So for $15, you could get a Hellkite Charger in Pristine 10. Alrighty, chat. We're gonna finish out the graded part of this conversation, or this show, the graded conversation part, with this one. This is an example of, man, I wish it graded higher. Ancient Bronze Dragon came on 8.5. It's a $10 card, 9.68, but unfortunately it came back as an 8.5, so it had no increase in value. So I would run this probably, I'll give you a deal, $15 for an Ancient Bronze Dragon, graded. It's an awesome looking card. But this is an example of 8.5 really didn't do it any justice. There's no increase in value. There's no move on that. Alrighty, chat. That's the most for the graded section of today. If you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to ask them as we go along. Thank you for my TED Talk. I wanted to do something different for the card show. Sunday is a good day to do that. Everyone's kind of taking it easy. Well, if you have the day off. Listen to the music for a little bit. I gotta go grab a drink. My throat's getting a little scratchy. So I'm gonna grab that. But then we'll be back and we're gonna do foundations singles. I'm just gonna slam through them. If you want to win singles, go for singles. So hang out for just a minute. Alrighty, chat. Got a drink. Got a Gibby going. We're gonna switch to singles. Let me change cameras or change the lens. Alrighty. Chat, I'm gonna slam through these. Like, I'm gonna scan it, I'll put it up for a price. I'm gonna discount it off what the current market price is, and then we're just gonna rinse and repeat, right? If you are looking for anything in particular, you gotta let me know, but I can't guarantee that I can find it very quick, and it might just be faster if you wait and see. This one was sitting there on top. Niv Mizzet, Visionary, in foil. Let me find the auction button. There it is. Still sudden death. We're gonna go 15-second sudden death on these, and I'm just gonna go at 681 on it. I'll go $5 on it. If you need a Niv Mizzet Visionary in foil, here we go. We're gonna rock and roll on foundation singles. If it's not a card you want, then don't bid on it. Go wait for the next card. 15-second sudden death, Niv Mizzet Visionary in foil. I'm going to use the scan value and I'm going to discount off it. Boba Fett wants it. Congrats on that. Coming your way. Let me get a bag going for you. Probably should get some more penny sleeves out, actually. Should do. Got your bag going. Going to the wheel deck. There you go. It's a cool card, for sure. There's not going to be a specific order to this, though I have some higher end stuff stacked on top, so just use these teal sleeves. That'll work perfect. So, foil doubling season. There are 2 of these available, chat. Currently $24.76 is the scan value. I'm going to go $20 on it. Foil doubling season, $20. Let's see, that's Nell. Nell XYZ. In for 20 on it. Great price for a doubling season, honestly. Congrats on that. I got one more, chat. I've got one more doubling season. Let me get a bag for Nell. Ooh, you took bronze. Nell, that's probably your first purchase. Nell, do you like dice? Oh, you in order to Progenitus? Nice. We hit a borderless one. You love them. Awesome. What color dice would you like to have if you could have a color of dice? Red. Let's see what I got in red. Ooh, I got a different one. You're going to like this. I think you'll like this. I've got a, it's more like a runes type, but it's in red coming your way. Nell, thank you so much for going in. Dice Away, say thank you for being here, being part of the community, and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Awesome. Black-red deck. Love it. Yeah, they came in the bag that I got of these, so I was like, okay, let's go. I think a Givey popped in the middle of that. So what do we got? Jeremy Warden, picking up number 11. Got to remember it's back here. Barry Bladecrafter in that, it's the Commander WoW set. Congrats on that. Get yourself on that leaderboard. Chat, we like to keep track of our Givey winners. A little bit of fun, a little bit of competition for those that get involved. All right, let's get you on there. Not your first time, welcome to the leaderboard. Got to get you on the master sheet, which is now taking forever to scroll down with the mouse wheel because we've got 737 users tracked in there. All right, doubling season again. We did it 20. We'll do it again. This is the last doubling season, though, chat. So if there's 2 of you, you will have to figure out what price you want to buy it at. 15 seconds, sudden death. Scan, please. Come on. There we go. Mo Mark needs it. Good price for a doubling season right now. What is it? 4, 2, nope. Okay. Yeah, $20 is phenomenal. I'm using these random teal sleeves I have sitting around, so that's perfect. Well, Mark, thank you very much for picking that up. It's a great price. I gotta look up the next one on TCG because the scanner doesn't have a number on it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, unfortunately, the mana foils aren't all over the place. Yeah, it's a good price. Who is this? This is Vivian. V-I-V-N. Read. They called it. Did they call it mana foil on here? Oh shit! This is a pain in the butt. 1 second, chat. Sorry about that. It's probably this one. Yeah, they did call it mana foil. Good. Okay. So, cheapest is 65 on the market for this card. $65 is the cheapest on TCG. I will go 60 for you, chat. I will shave a little bit more off of the cheapest that we can find. So $60 gets you this mana foil, Vivian Reed. Such a cool. I like this idea. This was a cool idea. I appreciate this foiling. $60 for Vivian Reed. If not, toss her to the wayside. On to the next one. Okay, the wayside she goes. I'll just sell it to you next week. Come on. Come on, Kiora. You're probably another one I have to do this for. Oh, no. $52.84 is the value, the current market value of this. I'll go 45 on Kiora. $45 for Kiora as a Manafoil. Very nice Manafoiling for her. $45 gets you a Kiora the Rising Tide, the Merfolk Noble. Very nice art. Very cool. All right, no need to that one. That's okay. If you do see one that I pass up at any point, let me know. So then I have a couple of the borderless Banner of Kinships. Currently at $6.42. $5. There you go. $5 gets you a Banner of Kinship. There are 2 of the borderless, and then I have the other sizes as well. But it's a Banner of Kinship, so if you don't need it, you don't need it. Just trying it out, seeing what you do need and don't need, chat. Mo Mark needs it. Congrats on that, Mo. Picking it up. There's a sleeve. Ah! Slid away before I had the sleeve in hand. Let's actually, before I forget about them, let's do the jumpstart ones. These guys are pretty crazy, actually. All right. I have a near div devious diver. I will call something out. There is a bend. It's not bent, like it's something with their paper did that line there. It is like that's just how it showed up in the pack. I didn't bend it, nothing happened. You can't see it on that side. It's not a print line though. It's like an indentation. So just so you know, just so we're all aware. So you don't, when it shows up and you're like, why does this look like it's bent? It's just that way. I don't know. That's how it came out of the pack. So 3058 is the scan value. Go $25 on her. Near div, devious diver, $25. The anime art of this Merfolk Rogue. The jumpstart stuff is pretty hot right now. A lot of people interested in it. So you need it, great. If not, toss it to the wayside on to the next one. No one needs it. That's okay. On to the next one. Again, we have Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder. A lot of people like this one. 3527 is the scan value. I'm going to go 29 on her. 29 for Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder. And chat, if you do have coupons sitting around, you're more than welcome to use them on this. No big deal to me. All right. We have Rev, Tithe Extractor. She's $24.91. We're going to go $20 on her. $20 on Rev, Tithe Extractor. Oh, this one dropped. Nope, that's okay. We got Slinza, Spiked Stampede. It's currently at $7.99, so I'm gonna go $7 on it. Slinza, the Beast. No one needs it. We've got Isserith the Awakener in that anime art. $8.74. We'll just run $8 on it. Okay. Brygon, Soldier of Melitus. 3165 scan value. We'll go 25 on her. Oop, might help to push the right button. 25 on her. A lot of great anime arts. This is the big stuff that's in Jumpstart, is the anime arts right now. Was the Rev foil? No. You can't get them in foil for the Jumpstarts. The Jumpstart animes. We got a Shrufus Stout Sire. 19.99 is the current market value. We'll go $15 on it. $15 gets you a Shrufus Spout Sire, the Sapperling. Yeah, most of the stuff that got pulled out was a bunch of the anime arts because that was what was valuable, air quotes. We've got Erdan Dromaka Warrior. 572 is the scan value. We'll go $5 on it. I don't really go below $5, so anything that starts to drop below that's gonna just get kicked out. Needs it. We've got Sutina, Speaker of the Tajuru. Actually, a really good card. $5 as well. 520 was the scan value on that. Koala, a Johnny Pridemate, the uncommon. Very nice as well. Why didn't it let me do it? There we go. $7.92 the scan value. We'll go $6 on it. $6 gets you the Kala. The Johnny Pridemate. I just took the Jumpstart list and found every card that matched the Jumpstart list. So you guys are stuck going with it. Ozox, the Clattering King. $5. 522 is the scan value. Schnick, 31. 591. Picking up 12. Getting yourself a Alicia who smiles to death in retro frame. Let's go. Congrats on that. Let's get you on the leaderboard. Get another Givey going. Rock and roll in chat. Stuck. There we go. Got it. Another Givey's up there. Let's get Schnick on the leaderboard. I don't think I did it yet. Good stuff. And that Givey's up there. No one wanted this guy. Let's see what's next. Pesmila Melitian poet. I don't know. Whatever. It's a bard. 980 was the scan value. I'll do $7 for it. $7. Get you Pesmila. Needs it. On to the next one. Dianus, Elvish Archdruid. 1639 is the scan value for this guy. Really good card. I'm gonna run it for 14. I also am debating just putting it in my deck. It's a really good card, chat. Wisco needs it. Yeah. I was wondering if someone was gonna snag it. Congrats on that, Wisco. A really freaking good card. Yeah. Good. Good timing. All right. And the most expensive uncommon of the set, I believe. Yeah, I think so. What is the rest of this? Okay, that's all the other stuff. So, General Crete, Everett. Did I do an Everett? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, yeah, I've got an Everett. I can run that back if you'd like. General Crete is 1694 as the current going value. We'll run him for 13. I have two of these, chat. 2 of these. Yeah, I got the Viceroy. Good. No one wanted the general. That's okay. We've got Everett Viceroy Plunder currently scanning at 35.27. I will run it for 29. So I will take $6 off, so saving you almost 20%. Everett Viceroy Plunder of Plunder. Such a good card. Congrats on that. I'm glad we had one you needed. Otherwise, I have a bunch of the other stuff that's kind of just little things in there if anyone's looking for anything. But otherwise, I can dig through the full foundation set and see what I've got going on there. The Rev, yeah, I can dig out the Rev. Rev Tithe Extractor. Wisco, picking it up. Thank you for picking that up. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're good. Oh, of course. I will happily run anything, you guys. If I have it, believe me, I will happily run it back. Rev was $24.91. So I'm going to run it at $20. A little more, right around 20% off. Ophelia Viper Whisper. I don't think I have the Ophelia. I don't remember that one. Was that was Jumpstart, right, Wisco? Yeah, I don't think I have that one. Yeah, no, I don't. It's in the Jumpstart. Yeah, I didn't get that one. I hit a bunch of the other ones, but not that one. Mankay, picking it up. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, no, I hit pretty well. So we ran through the stack. Where'd it go? I just shuffled the stack. So smart, chat. I'm so smart. Okay, so like we had Pesmila, Orzak. That's the uncommons. There we go. So we have Shrufus, Brygon, Isserith, Slinza, and Nirdiv. Yeah, got you. Good stuff. All right, give me 1 second, chat. I want to pull something up. Ah, can't. There we go. Gibby's about to pop. Oh my goodness. So many things all at once. Russian 7 Spy. Get yourself number 13. Pulmonic Sliver. That's cool. Got a little sliver action. Good stuff, chat. It's good stuff. Get you on that leaderboard. Get another Gibby going. Keep rocking and rolling. We're doing foundation singles. Yeah, we moved on from slabs onto foundation singles. It's good stuff. We didn't have a whole lot more. Getting yourself on the master sheet, Russian. Congrats on that. I think there was like a couple. Let me see if I got how many of them are left. I had 2 left. You were driving. Got it. Jay, I could run both of these for 30 if you'd like. Oh my goodness, it's easier said than done. Both of those for 30 if you would like. Stay. Stop it. Nope. Nope. Stay. They're both pristine 10s. Hi. Hi. What the heck? Oh, there it is. 36 for 2 pristine 10s. Thought I read it for the wrong number.
We're off.
Ooh, have fun. Jay, picking them up. Thank you very much. Congrats on those. Charger and a Starscream is a nice little combination of it. I appreciate it, Jay. No, they get to leave, please. It's the whole group that's leaving. All the children. No, we're not done. We're doing foundation singles. I'm just trying to get a list up to help myself find, so I don't have to scan every single card in this list. So give me a second, chat. I need another. Give me 2. Oh, with pristine 10s, yes, that was all of them. that I have at least. I dug through the stack, so that was you. I think you might have gotten almost all of them, if not all. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Where's the givey? I need a givey. Thought I started one, but I didn't. I didn't start it. Okay, let's get a foundations list up because that'll make me feel a little better about this. Okay. So let's see. Because I want to focus on the higher end stuff because if I sit here doing dollar cards, I will drive myself insane. And I don't like insanity. So, Bloodthirsty Connoisseur is one of them. Currently scanning at 2483. We, we had people interested in it yesterday. We sold the borderless ones, but this is the regular border one. So 2483 is the scan value. I'll go $20 on it. $20 for this awesome Vampire Knight. Interesting. The data I'm getting on here versus MTG stocks, they clearly don't have the most up-to-date data yet, or they pull from a different line. No one wanted that. Did the doubling seasons. Twin Flame Timer I'm out of. Sire of 7 Deaths. Maybe? Chad, if there is any specific card you're looking for that isn't like super crazy expensive, let me know. Where's the black section? URS. Nope, no Sire. Then it was Rite of the Dragon Caller extended. In red. Colin Krenko, right. The Dragon Caller is interesting. Okay, I can pull that. All right, so the extended non-foil, right? The extended non-foil of the Rite of the Dragon Caller is 1831. We'll do $15 on it. I also have a regular foil if anyone is interested in that one. Nope. Alrighty. Then let's see what's next on the list. Twin Flame Kaito, Cunning Infiltrator. We'll find a Kaito. Do I have any more Kaitos left? Ooh, yeah, interesting. Chat, you might be interested in some of this. We'll see. I gotta find all of those. I have the borderless stuff, so I need to find those. Especially the Llanowar elves that I am annoyed with. So, let's see. I'm gonna start with this one, chat. Oh my god, that's not right. Hold on. I have this one in foil. It says $94. That can't be right. Is it? Maybe it is. Kaito. Kaito. Cunning. Infiltrator. Is it this one? No, not that one. Ugh. Hold on. Hold, please. Gotta love trying to find this stuff when there's bazillions of art. All right, let's find it. This one. Okay. That's better. But it's in foil. Oh, it's only in foil. That would make sense. So the most recent sale was $40. Thank God. Okay. I was like, there's no way that's 90 some odd dollars. So this one, chat, you could get for $30. I'll take $10 off of this foil Kaito Cunning Instigator. I also have the borderless art and the regular art, if there is a preference there. See if I can find some of the other ones of these that I had. Ooh, I love this. Let's see if anyone wants these. Nope. Okay. No Kaito for you. No Kaito. One second, chat. I'm trying to find where the other ones went. Okay, well, not as fast as I would like. Let's see. Does anyone want these cool Swiftfoot boots? Well, they're really not going much. We'll set those aside. I don't like going that deep. It's no fun at that price in these categories. Okay, so I had more. Did I have any more? Oh, oddly enough, I have a progenitus. Non-border, like the regular progenitus. Oh, it's not worth anything. Never mind. Forget it. Wow. So much of the stuff has fallen off the table already, Chad. It's been like a day. I know it's been out there for a long time, but here we go. I want to do this one because I'm annoyed. Sweetie Bird, number 7. Getting yourself a number 14, Gibby. Getting yourself a Hellkite Overlord. Congrats on that. Good stuff indeed. All right. Sweetie Bird. I guess you could say that the Hellkite Overlord is a sweet bird. Yeah, yeah. Got wings. Congrats on that. Let's get you on that leaderboard and keep rocking and rolling, chat. All right. Oh, that's your first time. Welcome. We like to keep track of our give you winners. A little bit of fun, a little bit of competition for those that get involved. So I have the Llanowar Elves in Japanese, of course. Let's find that in Japanese because I hate it. Who thought that was a good idea, chat? I'm just saying. Whoever it is, cut it out. Hold on to that. How do you find? Oh, it's going to be in here as Japanese. Okay, that's how it'll be. There it is. Most recent sale was 85 for this thing. Damn. Okay. Chat. I like you guys. Here's a foil Llanowar Elves in Japanese for $50. The last sale was, according to TCG, 85. You're getting it for 50 because it's Japanese. And I'm irritated by that. 50 bucks gets you a foil Llanowar Elves in Japanese. The anime art, chat. The anime. I know you like anime. All of you do. Nope. Is there anything else you guys are looking for at this point? Or are we good? Like, you guys in good shape? Not a lot else in this category. Like, this is very quickly being knocked off as not a ton of value floating. So if you are looking for something, let me know. We'll see. These prices, like, compared to yesterday already, some of these cards have slipped on the normal foundation list quite a bit. So it's all good. Let's see. So, Chad, I'm gonna round out the show on that. Because it's a little quiet. It's okay. Everyone's probably watching football or something. It's pre-release weekend too. It's a weird. So, WhatNot card show on the weekend has been really weird, being a pre-release weekend, right? So, pre-release weekends generally don't sell well because everyone's spending their money at their pre-releases, which you should be. You should be supporting your local game stores if you have that opportunity. So we've been, like, yesterday was slow too, but I think we'll round out on that because we did the slab talk and that was a lot of talking. And I appreciate everyone that picked up slabs. And then we had some of the cards that moved that people needed. But if you need anything else, you can let me know while I try and figure out where my tabs are. Chat today, Loki Killer and Red the Kid picked up 2. Handful of you guys picked up 1s. And it was just a shorter Sunday. It's okay. I'm gonna go work on stuff, get more stuff ready for you guys for this week because we've got bulk. So I'll finish this first. So then on the month, C4 Fat Tony picking up 1 more, closing in on Dang It Ben, who's been busy this weekend. Red the Kid, middle of the pack now, has a very good chance of catching up pretty quickly if you hang out more. Loki Killer moving on to the top 20 as well. On the all-time list, the man picked up 1, just churning along. C4 Fat Tony fighting to stay on the top 20. What a solid grouping. Chat, this week's going to be a busy one. Tomorrow is like it's the wheel. We're doing clear the shelf deal. Yeah, that one. But I'm gonna probably pump in more foundations into it, so it'll be fun. We'll rip some foundations and everything else that I kind of got on the shelves. Tuesday will be pick your match. Wednesday will be bulk. So we're doing bulk Wednesday. I've got so much stuff, including full art lands, full art basics, foil rare mythics. I'll tell you in a second, Crash. And all sorts of other stuff that we usually have. So we'll have bulk on Wednesday. Thursday, I think, is Pick Your Match. Friday is Kitchen Sink. Kitchen Sink Day is I sell you stuff. I've got deck boxes. I've got binders. I've got play mats. I've got just stuff, right? That I either get in collections or have been obtaining through other processes as well. We'll do jumpstart packs. We'll do, I don't know, board games for all I care. You guys, please buy my stuff because I have too much stuff. And so that'll be Friday. This machine, though, for what Crash was asking about, this is called the Magic Sword, literally. The company's name is magic-sorter.com is their website. They are out of Italy, and they produce this product. For the most part, it's just pieces put together, but it's their network system that's valuable to the most part. It is scanning by price for me. It can scan by a lot of different stuff other than that. But the primary goal of it right now is to find me the value that's hidden inside of bulk. And so that's what that center row is just different values across the board, starting at $1. And then everything in the back top two rows is bulk. It is $3,500, about, because it's euros, because they're out of Italy. It takes about 3 months to produce, and you have to, yeah, right? Don't need one. I have 1 million cards, so I need one. The need is there. But it has, in coming up on 2 months now, found $7,100 of value out of cards. And I have a stack over here that's probably another 200. So it's paid for itself in value that it's found. Obviously, I have to monetize the value to get it out of it, but the maximum card it's found is $25 out of a foil uncommon, oddly enough. So it's good at what it does. It's not perfect. I have to audit everything it finds, but I don't back audit the bulk necessarily. But for what it does, the fact that I can be selling or sleeping or doing other things and it's sorting cards is hugely valuable. We've touched probably, I'm doing a quick math in my head. Let's see, what would that be? 800 times 250. We've touched 200,000 cards already. So it's about 100,000 a month, it looks like, which is great. But that already tells you I have 8 more months of doing this. Which is crazy, just given that. And I already just bought a couple more collections. So even more comes in. We like to buy collections, clean them out, sell off every part of it, and rinse and repeat. So, but yeah, otherwise, this week's going to be jam-packed. You'll be able to buy some of the bulk that this sorter does spit out on Wednesday. And all that fun stuff. If you would like to connect any which way with me, my website's iceman1347.com. It has Discord on there, has YouTube, has all sorts of different stuff, as well as you can check out the Givey tracker, things like that. So lots of details on that website. And yeah, otherwise, I'll be back on tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, for another wonderful day of Magic. So, chat, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Have an awesome start to your week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, all. YouTube, thank you so much. We got to 32 views. I hope you guys had a good time. Educational today more than anything, just about slabs and what I'm seeing in the market. I'm not an expert perfectly, but it's interesting. But yeah, good show. Tried to move some foundation signals. Not a lot of interest, and I have a feeling that's going to be the general trend for a little while here. Is everyone's going to get their stuff and move on, right? But YouTube, thank you so much. If you want to join us, there is a link in the description. You just tap that link. Join us over there. It is a referral link. You'll get some money. I get some money. All that fun stuff. But you can win Givey's, Hangout, Chit Chat, all that different stuff. Otherwise, hit the subscribe, the like, and all the other crazy things you're supposed to do on this platform. But I'll be back on tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.